So I just thought that I would share for those of you who didn't know that you can access your work files from home or from any other computer. It's quite easy to do, but if you've never done it before, here's going to be the introduction to it. So if you go to the school website, you're going to notice one option right here which is called Open Webmail. Now some of the students can use this in order to create school email addresses and such, and some of the intermediate classes already do this, but for those of you who didn't know, we can use this to access our web disk as well with all our files. So click on that, open it up. Now it asks for a username and password when you get here. This username and password is the one that you use to open your account on any computer in the school. This is not BC East. This is not first class. This is how you open the computers in the morning. So mine would be C Waldy, and then the password. And then it opens up to an area that looks pretty blank. The reason is because this is another email address and email account that we don't use. But it still does give us the access to what we need, which are these buttons up top here. So this is a close-up view of those buttons. Now, the majority of these buttons are not important for us because they're talking about an email program that we don't use. The one that is important is this one right here. It's called Web Disk. If we click on that, that will access all of your files from school. So it'll start to look a little familiar to you. So click on it there. Now here is where you should start to recognize your files from work. So from here, if you click on any of them, it will actually open them up for you. However, it's a little different than what you're used to by doing at home. For example, if I were to open up this little schedule, so this is my class schedule this year, you'll see that it clicks in it open with. So it's going to open up a little different. It's like an attachment, if you will, because it basically works the same way. So it's just opening, and you can see I now have my file for this year, and it's all saved right there. Now, the only thing that's different is that if I now change this file and want to try to save it, I can't save back on to the server. It's different that way. In that case, if that's what I was doing, I'd have to then put it onto a USB key and try to bring it back or email it as an attachment. It gets very complicated. This process is used so if you need to access a file from school because you need the information, or you want to print it from home or make some changes to it, but you're not going to be saving it back on the original school account. So that's just another option for you. Now, if you have a lot of files and you can't find what you're looking for, don't forget that you can always just type up there and search for the name of the file that you're looking for, and that'll help as well. So I hope you find that a little more useful for trying to do some work from home and not feeling like you always have to run into school to look at that one file that's on your computer. It's a lot easier than that.